there's no question, of course, that geopolitics shift. They shifted, during the Cold War. They shifted after the Cold War. Now, there are different geopolitical dynamics that serve as a backdrop to anything that any country does anywhere in the world. But I would focus on the work, the work we do together, the impact of that work, whether on those 800,000 Nepalese farmers I mentioned, or those young people at the Adarsha school who are able to go back to the classroom and have access to state-of-the-art technology. I would focus on the way, in support, again, of your efforts, the United States came forward in the wake of the earthquake to help you build back better, to build back buildings and hospitals and schools in a manner that will make them less prone to destruction should calamity strike again. This investment by the United States in Nepal is not the product of any geopolitical dynamic. It is the product of the United States' commitment, proven, decade after decade after decade, to the welfare of the people of this country. And we get a lot out of this partnership and this friendship as well. Earlier this afternoon, I had the chance to meet with Prime Minister Dahal. I congratulated him on his election, and we had a very productive conversation about how Nepal can meet the potential of this moment. The Prime Minister said that he was committed to further strengthening Nepal's democracy by completing the peace process, and clearly he takes very special pride in just how much the Nepalese people have overcome in strengthening the peace since the civil war came to an end, and doing that from the bottom up with so many parts of Nepalese society involved. And I think he's very proud of the risk that entailed in being willing to make peace. Making peace always looks easy in retrospect, but it's very hard if you're involved in processes like that one. He also talked about his commitment to pursue an ambitious reform agenda. We talked at great length about his prioritization of streamlining what can be a rather cumbersome set of bureaucratic procedures and processes that can sometimes deter foreign investment or private sector mobilization. And he talked about the importance of continuing to strengthen federalism and to bring millions more Nepalis into the democratic process. I shared with him that USAID plans to invest nearly $60 million to advance democratic progress, resources that will help make the budget process more inclusive and equitable and transparent to the citizenry of this country, resources that will help support independent media and civil society, and resources that will protect the rights of historically marginalized communities. I hope that we will continue these conversations at the Summit for Democracy, which, as you all know, will occur next month. I also conveyed to Prime Minister Dahal, as well as Finance Minister Paudel, who I met earlier in the day, how committed we are to USAID, how committed we are at USAID to helping Nepal achieve its development goals and attain middle-income status by 2030.